back to Wild Child Records. Hey, please comment. We're on Facebook right now live. We'd love to hear some feedback. Great stuff. It's all about music. Music makes the world go around. And on the show today, we have music sensation Tim Steinruck. Tim, thanks for being on the show today.
Good morning to you, Jay. It's so great to be here, man.
This is great. I love your backdrop. Wow, you are a real musician. Look at the look. You got a great look on you, Tim.
Well, thanks so much. Thanks so much. I mean, typically I don't wear shades in the interview, but I've only had a few hours sleep because rock and roll never sleeps.
You're allowed to. You're a musician. I would be I would be disappointed if you didn't look like you do. So that's great. I love you again. I love your backdrop, like the drums and the flames and the nice light. That's great.
Yeah, well, this is we're in my recording studio here, Begin Street Studios, where we do a lot of work. And just a few hours ago, I had four guys in here, and we were rehearsing and getting ready for a show that we're doing in a couple days.
Which we're going to be talking about. Before we get there, I do want to give a big shout out to Big Records and Mark. Mark's a wonderful guy. He takes care of a lot of musicians right across Canada and the USA and the world. I know he's a traveler. I think he was in Philippines or I don't know. He's all over the place, isn't
He
he?
sure is. Yeah, I think he was just the most recent trip he did was down to New York to meet the Prime Minister of Cambodia because we were talking about Rise Up TV earlier, and Rise Up TV is a tour that we put together. It's a reality show. It's what it is. We take musicians on the road and we give them an amazing touring experience. We just got a tour bus and the whole bit. So yeah,
Let me give my viewers and our fans a little bit, like our music lovers, a little bit of backdrop. So I've known Mark and Big Records now going on for probably about 3 years. We're all about music. We're very supportive, and we're always trying to find a niche where we could support musicians together. And I think we finally have because I know you guys are on your Rise Up TV tour, the Legacy in Motion tour, and I'm going to get you to tell us a little bit about that and all the people involved. So I just love the energy, the synergy you guys have. So let's get right in. Tell us about the Legacy in Motion tour, Tim, and your part in it.
sure. So Legacy in Motion tour, I think is now my sixth tour with Rise Up TV. Legacy in Motion tour starts on the 6th of this month, or sort of November, I should say.
Right?
And
Yep.
we're going down. A whole bunch of musicians are all going to meet up in Nashville, and we're going to rehearse a show. And then on the 7th, the tour starts in Nashville. Then we go to Chattanooga. Then we go to Duluth, Georgia, and some shows in North Carolina. It's 5 shows, 5 days, 5 different artists. It's just an incredible vibe, and it gives people the behind the scenes of what it's like to tour and what it takes to tour, right? Because it's not always easy. It's like this a lot, no sleep, and you just got to get up and you got to go, but you want to entertain people, and all of the artists that are going on this thing are extremely talented. I think this is probably the most talented group that I've been with. These are not fresh new artists. These are established artists. And we've also got some Nashville heavyweights that are popping in on this thing. So it's going to be pretty exciting. It's going to be great episodes.
In the music world, we call them van veterans because if you have not loaded up your van and went across the country, then you know you're due. You have to. Everybody has to pay their dues. So I love that. Regarding the musicians now, like you said, there's five entertainers now. Are you guys also is that including five different bands too to bring along the musicians
No,
or
so as I mentioned on the 6th, we're all getting together and for a rehearsal with we have one band. We got some really
okay?
great Nashville musicians who are going to be the backing band, and they're going to back everybody. So, but in a short 12-hour period, we've got to rehearse the show, we've got to pace the show, we've got to choreograph the show, and then the next day we just go.
That makes great sense because yeah, because if you had five different bands, oh my goodness, that would be a lot of
That
moving
would be a,
pieces.
a very full tour bus.
Can you tell me the genres of music that you guys are going to be playing during the tour?
So most of it is definitely in the singer-songwriter country zone, because that's the kind of tour that we're doing.
Yep.
So it's definitely in that zone. Myself, I've got a bunch of different projects. So for me, It's always great to be able to sort of flex the musical muscles in a bunch of different ways. The band that I've got called the Mighty One is kind of a hard rock, some would say even metal type of a band. So for me to step out and go out as a solo artist and really show my art. Um,
I think we might be losing a little bit of sound here. Maybe did you just touch something on your computer, perhaps?
no, I seem to have.
Oh, you're back. No, you're
I'm
back.
okay.
There you go. Whatever it was, it's
Okay.
back. So tell me about the love you're feeling from Nashville because it's such an iconic, music center of the world.
Well, I mean, honestly, I've never been before, so I'm going in a Nashville virgin. So I don't.
Oh, that's really exciting.
Yeah,
Because
I'm looking forward to it. Okay, it's just got such a legacy, and that's why this is called the Legacy in Motion Tour. One of the reasons that it's called that is because we have the Keith Whitley. Um, uh,
I saw that.
yeah, the Keith Whitley Foundation is involved. That we work with them, and probably going to be playing a few Keith Whitley songs.
He was such an iconic singer, Key, like such a great country, just a staple, you could say.
Yes, 100%.
So tell me now, is the tour bus currently in Vancouver or where like tell us how you're the steps, what's going on,
Sure,
like how when you guys leave and
sure.
da 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 the travel.
Sure. Well, I mean, the two main people of Rise Up TV are Mark Rosner, who, of course, as you know, is the head of Big Records, but he's also the executive producer of the Rise Up TV show. And then we've got Jimmy Allen Sign, and Jimmy Allen Sign is partners with Mark in Rise
Okay.
Up TV, but he's also a great musician, and he's the bus driver. So the two of them have the bus together. Jimmy's in LA with the bus. I believe the bus is
Okay.
going across the states right now, headed towards Nashville. So yeah, that's the key
So
people.
are you guys all heading, like is the team all heading down to Nashville, or is there like are all the musicians scattered around North America, or tell us that?
Sure, sure, absolutely. Well, we've got Sarah Smith and Bruce Colgan who are here from Vancouver, and they're going to be heading down to Nashville, and then we meet up with the other musicians in Nashville.
This is great. This is great. Really exciting. And so so you're opening the tour, right? Are you opening the tour
Yes.
or no? Yeah, you're opening the
Yeah, so
tour.
I'm,
So
I'm kind of my role is kind of really to open the show, to MC the show. I'm kind of the glue that binds.
for the fans, what can the fans expect per show? Like, is it just one featured artist, or you guys have an opening act, or tell us a little bit what our fans can expect.
They are going to get a full spectrum of amazing music all night long. So every artist is going to probably do about a half hour set. Okay, 20-minute half hour set. So they're going to get five different artists, but they're also going to get these amazing collaborations that happen throughout the show. And as I said, we've got some special guests.
Oh, so see, that's good because now I'm seeing more of the picture. So now, and as I should say, at each concert, right, at each event, there's going to be five. All the five artists are going to participate.
Correct, correct.
Oh, that's even better because I thought it was okay. Nashville, it's Tim, and in Tennessee, it's Joe, and you know what I mean. So this is gets everybody full exposure, and it helps the synergy, right?
Absolutely, it does. Absolutely, it does. Nolan Murray. So he and Bruce work together a lot. Nolan is very well known in the Nashville music scene, but he's our musical director. He's the one who's putting this whole thing together. Typically, that would be me, and I am so happy to have him take that lead because this is a big deal. Working with the band, getting the band to learn everybody's songs. Can you imagine?
It's
Five
tough.
different artists, they're all doing between five and six songs. That's a lot of material to learn. So Nolan is working hard on doing that.
Why don't we do this? Why don't we take a quick
Sure.
break? And then when we come back, I want to talk a little bit about the musicians, more about the tour, and then how the Disability Channel has jumped on to support you guys. So stay tuned. We have on the show today, we have music sensation Tim Steinruck. You're watching Wild Child Records. We'll be right back.